Welcome back, new viewers and game bears. It's time for a new episode of the Kirby Superstar Ultra playthrough, and today we have Helpers to Hero, which is a boss rush, much like Guest Star Heroes and Star Allies, but instead of going through adventure, it's just a boss rush, like I said before, using the partners. Kirby is not the only hero. Helpers can be heroes too. We'll prove it in an all-star battle. Beat 13 foes as one of many helpers, master each one, which is just the different abilities. You can choose one player or two player if you're either playing with somebody else who has a copy of the game, or you get an AI partner. Now let's see this little animation play out. It's literally the same as the arena animation with Kirby and fighter form, but with Knuckle Joe instead. That's it. I wonder who this guy is Knuckle Joe's about to fight. We'll see soon enough. Alright, and we're gonna choose Bonkers, because you guys know how busted the hammer ability is. And once again, I do apologize for the visual glitch going on there, in between transitions. Alright, you can stand on this tree just as usual. We know the fight with Wispy Woods. Alright, one problem I do have with using the ally in these modes is that it can sometimes get in the way of the of my attacks, which can get really annoying sometimes. Though the extra damage and extra little meat shield does make things a little easier in most cases, but not in all cases. Let's try to time that. Goodbye. And those are the mid-bosses. They're already gone. Kracko is next. And one thing is, if you want 100% this game, you have to do this with all 20 characters that you saw there. And for some characters like Bonkers over here or the Plasma Wisp, it's definitely much easier to do that. With other characters, you're gonna have a bad time. I mean, then again, my 10-year-old self back in elementary school is able to do it. You can too if you choose to. And yeah, the partner AI is really showing that's not the best because he's already almost dead. But anyways, King DDD with Luigi and Wario and some Toads in the background still. Alright, he's dead. And Peach and Mario in the background over there as well. I just don't want to get sucked in. And this is why Hammer is so broken against bosses like DDD. And look at that. Peach and Mario once again. Anyways, next is Dynablade, and anytime your partners die, they will come back in the next match with around half HP. It depends on how far you are in the challenge, because sometimes they may not come back with as much HP. Alright, Dynablade is super easy. Just keep hitting her with your hammer. Next up, Fatty Whale. Alright, block against any rocks that could fall on you. They don't do chip damage, thankfully, so that's good. Try not to get too close to him. Because certain partners, they're going to be really hard to actually hit Fatty Whale with them. And again, a lot of these I'm just going to do off screen, just because do you really want to see me fighting the same boss over and over again, just with different characters, and that's it. Alright, hopefully my flip hammer kills him. Yes, it does. Still the most broken move in the game. That isn't a one-shot move. Though even then, the one-shot moves don't really one-shot any bosses outside of mid-bosses. Anyways, Kameleo Arm is next. Get a good hit on him. Alright, this hammer attack does have two different hitboxes. The one with the stars, and the hammer itself. The hammer itself does more damage, so you really gotta know your spacing with some of these abilities. But anyways, down goes Kameleo Arm. Next up is Mid-Boss All-Stars number 2. And I almost killed him, but that's okay. Alright, next is Mr. Flosty. He's dead. His floss business went out of business. Alright, Iron Mayhem is next. Probably gonna walk forward. Nope, throw your fist. That's okay. And next is Jakid. Ow. Contact damage. I was never really the biggest fan of contact damage in Game, say hello, Aaron. How you doing today? Ah, god damn it, he threw me. Alright, down goes your kid. Alright, next up is Twin Woods. I'm doing very well, thank you for asking. Alright, down goes Twin Woods. I'm gonna guard over here. Down you go. Alright, next up, Heavy Lobster. Let's heal a bit. Alright, he's going to use his fire attack. Good to stay over here. Oh wait, he summoned his bomb attack. Alright, and down goes Heavy Lobster. Next up, the computer virus. And like the blurb stated before, there's only 13 bosses. And the magician's already dead. Even though he's purple now instead of blue. Next up, the Evil Knight. What a pretty cool color scheme, I must say. Alright, he'll try to attack you. My partner can take the hit, but no, he jumped out of the way. The AI somewhat not being smart, but not exactly doing what I wanted it to do. Alright, and this boss fight in particular is definitely where the partner getting in the way can be a bit annoying. The most of any boss fight in this mode. But I was there who helped just fine. Next up, the Great Dragon with admittedly very cool color scheme. But the most HP he's ever had, actually. Alright, he just attacks. This boss right over here, I'm kind of dreading doing a no-ability Kirby run with him. Because, well, it's really hard to actually absorb any of their attacks and hit him back. It's a little too annoying, actually. But whatevs. Down goes the Great... Ah, damn it. Alright, fire attack. Blocking blocks most attacks, but not all of them. And goodbye, Great Dragon. You're welcome. Happy I could help you with that. Alright, Meta Knight is next. Probably the most annoying boss here, as I've stated during the Revenge of Meta Knight episode. Just because Meta Knight's very fast. Alright, he's already at about half HP. Alright, he's almost gone. Just jump over that. Alright, tornado attack. You can always dash through it. And my partner's dead already, of course he is. And down goes Meta Knight. And now time for the final boss of this mode. Wham Bam Rock. And the little bottom screen over here is showing somebody we haven't seen before. I wonder who that is. But anyways, let's take on this final battle together. Yes, seriously, the Sigma Blade is so broken. But anyways. Alright, Wham Bam Rock. Master Hand's inspiration. Let's just hit him a few times. Only can hit his hand, you can't hit the giant face in the background. Guard against the falling rocks. He used Rock Slide, it wasn't very effective. And down goes Wham Bam Rock. Next up, though, that's not the final boss. Wham Bam Jewel is the final boss of this mode. Or the true final boss, if you will. And just like Revenge of DDD, he has pause screen dialogue. Versus Wham Bam Jewel, diamond hands and 3 eyes. This guy likes shiny stuff. He's the Wham Bam King. Back when I was in elementary school, I had a lot of fan-made Wham Bam bosses. Like Wham Bam Titanium or Wham Bam Muscle. Which is basically just them with titanium hands or muscular hand. Ow. Alright, he has his laser attack. It gets more intense as the fight goes on. He does have quite a bit of HP though, but just like many other bosses in this game, he still goes down relatively quickly. Hello, Xeno Reality, how are you doing today? Now, I play Kirby games all the time on this channel, actually. I've done a Forgotten Land playthrough, a Return to Dreamland Deluxe playthrough, and a Star Allies playthrough. And trust me, this is definitely not going to be the last Kirby game I play on this channel either. Got a few others planned coming around, but anyways, Wham Bam Jewel's almost dead. Alright, he'll try to grab you. He has a fist attack, but just dash right into it, and down goes Wham Bam Jewel. the third hardest boss, quote-unquote, in this game. And every time you beat up with one of the partners, you get this. Try to get a record. Back when I was in elementary school, my fastest record with Bonkers was less than 5 minutes, actually. Midnight Returns in, Player Robot is quite fun, actually. See if you can beat your record. But anyways, with that mode done, we can go over to Midnight Mirror Trip, but because this episode was so quick and I love you guys and I want to give you guys more content, we'll do another mode, this time with a different character. If you want to see my other Kirby playthroughs, just watch my YouTube channel, please, and thank you. But anyways, with all the other characters, why don't we use Plasma Wisp this time? This guy's pretty good. And I can showcase off more of his moves this way. All the other ones I think I'm just gonna do off screen though, since you guys don't want to see me fight the same bosses over and over again just with different characters. Alright, Wispy Woods is easy, just spam your needle attack over and over again. It can be a little tedious, but it's okay. You can also guard and charge up your electricity. Alright, I shot that the wrong way. Oh well. But just stand over here, you'll pretty much never get hit by Wispy Woods. Down he goes. And Star Allies, don't forget Star Allies. Alright, next up, Boss Rush, or Mid-Boss Rush, against Chef Kawasaki. I just hit him with some lightning to tell him that his restaurant sucks. His restaurant doesn't suck. I could tell you I personally tried his food, but anyways, next up is Bonkers. I charge up some electricity. And next up is Bugsy. You stay in the air, most of his attacks will not touch you, and I shot that in the wrong direction again, but that's okay. Yeah, certain bosses have, like, shorter iframes than other bosses in this game, and that's where Plasma Wisp becomes really good. Alright, down goes Bugsy. Alright, next up, Kracko. I remember when I said literally a few seconds ago about iframes with bosses? Well, Kracko doesn't really have a lot of iframes, so you can hit him over and over again with a needle attack. And your attack outranges his laser attack, so you can just stand here the whole time. Like this. And that Waddle Doo just hit me. And down you go. Yeah, those guys are really fun to use. Next up, King DDD. Mario and Peach in the background. Alright, since a lot of King DDD's attacks are ground-based, you'll be able to dodge these very easily. And Wario and Luigi on the other side. Just gotta bring them up every time we see them. Alright, try to hit me with your hammer. That does do chip damage to me, but that's okay. Alright, he'll do his inhaling attack, but I'm all the way up here, he can't touch me. Alright, go over here, you can't touch me once again. Alright, Plasma Spark once again. Stay up in the air, he cannot touch you, even though he tries to, and down goes DDD. Next up, Dynablade. Well, yes, she is, but I still think Alia's better. Alright, and just like Kracko, Dynablade doesn't really have a lot of iframes either, and Dynablade will always start on the left side of the screen. Ah, I'm too fast for you. Alright, these will do chip damage as well, but thankfully we're at just the right angle that we can't be touched by them. Goodbye, Dynablade. You know, if I had a nickel for each time Nintendo made a rainbow, never mind, I'm not gonna say it. Alright, Fatty Whale is next. Though this wave attack does cause me to lose my charge, which is annoying, but you can very easily get it back. Alright, just stay out of range of Fatty Whale's attacks, like that. Just stay in the middle of the screen. This doesn't do chip damage, so you can block that. Hit him right back with a strongest Plasma Wave attack. I get a little extra damage in there. He's almost dead. I guess you're right about that. Well, aside from a certain area Alia shows. But yeah. Anyways, down goes Fatty Whale. And next up, Chameleon Arm. Alright, much like other bosses, just stay out of their range. And it's pretty easy to do that. Especially when Chameleon Arm goes into the wall over here. I believe that does chip damage. No, it doesn't, thanks to my shield. And I keep shooting that the wrong way. Alright, use your rollout attack. You can't hit me with your swallow attack, though. Alright, that does do chip damage to me, but that's okay. This will not, though. Down you go, Chameleon Arm. I have not forgotten about it. Nope. And how could you? But anyways. Next up is mid-bosses number 2. First up against Papa Bro Sr. He can't touch us. Alright, next up, Mr. Flossy's Floss once again. Oh, come on, I keep shooting it the wrong way. Alright, down goes Mr. Flosty. His business went out of business again. And now Iron Man is down as well, and finally Jakid. Alright, just avoid any of his grab attacks. You can outrange him pretty easily. Down he goes. And next up, Twin Woods. Alright, just sit over here, charge your attack, hit him with it. Just like the original Wispy Woods, it's going to be a little slow, but you can hit both of them by using that spark attack. Keep generating your electric shields. You can even stay here the whole time if he wants you to do this fight, but it's really slow. If that's who you'd like me to raid, that's how we should raid. Get my electric shield so the worms can't do damage to me. This is why Plasma Wisp is another one of the best characters in this game. Down goes Twin Woods. Next up, the Heavy Lobster, and you can outrange him pretty easily as well. I always like how the little profile picture on the side over here depicts the different partners fighting each of the different bosses. I think that's pretty cool. Like, we got Jim, the yo-yo guy, over here fighting him. Alright, evade the fire attack. You're already at about half HP. No, that'll be done, don't worry. At the time of me making this video, I'll be doing that pretty much right after this. Didn't make a Twitch video in a while because Twitch is having some problems right now, but I finally found out how to upload my videos again, was having some errors. That's why I didn't make a video in a few days. My apologies, but once again, at least I finally figured it out. Here we go. Next up, the computer virus. First up against the Magician. His Arcana is the Magician. Name that reference. Alright, and the Magician only took 64 damage. 5 more would have been the magic number. But anyways, he casts a guard spell. I can't really do much to him. That's okay. You're just stalling the inevitable. Thanks to my barrier, your projectiles mean nothing. And you're dead. Next up, the Evil Knight. Can knights really be evil? I don't think the Forever Knights from Ben 10, so yeah, they can't be evil. Alright, thanks to my barrier, those knives will do nothing. Imagine you're fighting a guy and he just rains knives from the sky, that'd be pretty funny. I always used Miraidon for those, but I see what you mean. Which I'm pretty sure has flamethrower, but whatever. We'll talk about that when the time comes. Evil Knight is defeated, next up, the Great Dragon. Weirdly enough, with less HP than when we were fighting him with Bonkers earlier. I guess depending on the partner you're fighting with, some of the bosses will have more HP. I never noticed that. And again, I've been playing this game since 2010. 2010, 2011, which is kind of funny. And all these years, I never knew that. Oh, whatevs. You find out new things about these games. I think that's what makes a game replayable. Even no matter how many times you play a game, you find out new things about it. Like, I find that out with Minecraft or with certain Pokemon games, like Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. We all figure out new things about certain games. Some older Mega Man games, too, like Mega Man 3. All of that. But discussion for another day, specifically for Mega Man games. Alright, you petrify yourself, all you're doing is delaying the inevitable. Alright, 33 HP, one more attack and you're done for. Down you go. Helpers have defeated all enemies. Or just the helper, but whatevs. Next up, Meta Knight. And I keep forgetting to cover his face. You guys aren't supposed to be seeing that. Alright, just guard against most of Meta Knight's attacks, because he is very fast, and you will get hit from time to time. He does this dashing attack we didn't get to show off before, actually. Alright, thanks to my barrier, you can't touch me with damage-piercing moves. You can kind of just sit here and stall out the fight if you want. But where's the fun in that, right? Alright, fly away. I missed him again. Because trying to use my Xbox controller for this fight is really not the best. That was still better than using a keyboard, at least from my experience. Oh, tornado attack. That goes through my guard. God damn it. Starting to remember why I had so much trouble against them when back in elementary school. But anyways, down goes Meta Knight. Use a tornado attack, I dare you. Anyways, that's Meta Knight gone. Even despite how many times you play the game, I agree. Adds replay value. I think that definitely what adds replay value to a game. But anyways, the final boss, Wham Bam Rock. Alright, you can stall out his attack since his fist attack does not do chip damage. Thankfully, you can fly out of the way of these attacks. Like that. Gives you just enough time to do it. Alright, come on, try and hit me. You can't do it. Alright, he'll use his rock attack. His rock slide attack. But your electric barrier can block that. And once again, his little hand attack does uh-oh. Shit. Forgot about his guard attack. Or his grab attack. Just like grabs in Smash Bros. Can't be touching him. Or it can go through blocks. Alright, there's another attack he has that goes through guarding as well. And he's about to use it. And it's this attack right over here. And down goes Wham Bam Rock, and we just about have full HP, just a little under that. Charge up attack, because you know who's coming next. Wham Bam Jewel. And I missed. Awesome. Alright, just like Wham Bam Rock, his attacks do not do pierce damage, at least his fist attack. Alright, he has a laser attack that will pierce through your defense, but that's okay. Attacks pretty easily to dodge. Alright, he's got a fist attack and it's much faster than Wham Bam Rock's version. He also has an attack where he drops all of these bombs, but you can easily float over it as a plasma wisp. You can even jump over it with other characters. Alright, he does the triple fist attack, which is very predictable. Alright, he will do the tiptoeing attack as well, but easily fly over it. If you get caught in that, he will flick you away. Alright, here comes the dynamic fist attack. You can hit it like that. Alright, he can summon down jewels from the sky as well, but it doesn't matter because we beat him. Alright, now we did that in about 11.5 minutes with the Plasma Wisp. Alright, and with that being said, off screen, I'm gonna do this with the other 18 characters because there's a bonus we get if you beat them with all characters, so that's gonna take me a while, but that's okay. In the next episode, we're going to be doing Meta Nightmare Ultra, where you get to play the entire game. Spring Breeze, Dynablade, Great Cave Offensive, still don't know what's so offensive about that cave. Meta Knight's Revenge, weirdly enough, and Milky Way Wishes, but you play as Meta Knight instead, and he has a lot of really interesting powers in that game. Some of which will be later used in Smash Bros. Or, well, this game came out after Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but that's a discussion for another day. That cool knight's reappeared. Defeat met foes to store power. Then touch the screen to use abilities. He trains as he journeys. He gets stronger. The game makes it look out like he gets stronger the longer you're playing the game, but not really. Alright, bring a sword knight with you to the comet at Galaxy's End. This mode will also be recreated in Kirby's Planet Robot, but that's a discussion for another day. Nice build for your Masquerada. So with that being said, this is what we will do in the next episode. So if y'all enjoyed this and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit one of the videos you see on screen now on YouTube with that bell button for more. Special thank you to both Ren and Reality, or Zeno Reality, for joining me once again for this wonderful episode. And consider us the question of the day. Of all the 20 heroes, or helpers, which one is your favorite and why? Let us know. My little sister always liked Chili the Snowman, but Bonkers is easily my favorite just for the damage output. And finally, consider becoming a YouTube member for $3 a month and subscriber for $6 a month for wonderful bonuses such as an ad-free experience. So, with that being said, let us end this off with a quick raid, and today we will raid the 30th Princess. Alright, and she is playing Crash Bandicoot. I never really cared too much about Crash Bandicoot, I'll be honest, but send her unwavering love and support nonetheless. Alright, thank you everybody for watching. Have a terrific day.